Would you come with me to France? We could dance on the Champs-Élysées. Let's take a chance on amour.
Good day, and welcome to Notes and Notions from the Writing Desk. I am your host, Joanne de Simone. It's so good to be back in this beautiful studio. And thanks to LTV East Hampton for this opportunity and for continuing the work of public access television. It is a true essential to us all. Let's keep it going. Of course, that beautiful song you just heard, Isn't That What Love Is For, was written by Jim and Carolyn Conlin, my dear friends and colleagues who have allowed me to use that song as my theme song here. And just to mention, I have some books here on the table, some co-authored, some alone, that are available for sale if you want to read them. And you could see several of my plays and videos on YouTube if you wish. And for this Halloween season, we're coming into Halloween, so we're wearing the colors. Check out my story, The Blessing House, A Tale for the Autumn Season, narrated by Alan O'Reilly and Teresa DeBerry, and the video by Matt Hinja and his Color Bar Video. And as I do every day of my life, I send my best wishes and good tidings to Mr. Steven Spielberg. My heart be still. Looking forward to his meeting my Metro Cats, my Mean Millie, and many other characters that I have created. I'm sure it'll be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. But today, we're so happy to have Jim Conlin back with us today, and Carolyn is watching from the wings. Today, Jim is going to shift his musical gears and use his voice to revisit his acting life. And so he's going to join me in reading some scenes from my recently written stage play, Clowns Wear Ruffles Too. Oh, Jim, thank you for being here. You're such a favorite here at Notes and Notions. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
My pleasure. This is going to be a lot of fun reading the play,
And
which is always great.
sans guitar today.
Yeah, no guitar thing.
You feel naked?
I do feel naked, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more difficult to perform without a guitar than with a guitar, I think.
No,
Sure.
it's going to be great. And
Yeah.
Carolyn is taking notes.
She is definitely taking
Carolyn
notes.
is taking
yeah.
notes, and it's so great to be here, isn't it?
It is great to be here, and it's going to be great fun and a great studio. Terrific.
Isn't it one? And we're kind of dressed to coordinate. If you were Helen Keller, but it's okay because we're gonna read this. I'm going to read a little bit about that, my thoughts. Remember, you know, when you write about clowns are not usually funny. Just ask Stephen King. And the clown that I wrote about, of course, is not funny. He's a sad clown. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of background on this play before we get going. Harold gave up his steady, lucrative job to work at children's parties, and he calls himself Ruffles. His wife, Delia, just think of the name, Delia, is kind of a witch of a woman, always deriding him. She's always putting him down. He's been seeing a psychiatrist, Dr. Sanders, for several months. Dr. Sanders is only mentioned in this reading. He's not going to appear for this reading. And through therapy and hypnosis, Harold finds his way to cope with the death of his 8-year-old sister, Martina. He was 10 at the time. And his parents' role in his life and the reason he hides behind the mask of Ruffles. So we're going to begin, and I'm going to leave this here. We'll begin the play, and we'll say, scene. Here we are, Harold and Delia's living room. Delia is primping and looking at the time. She appears to be very angry, and she's pacing. So Harold enters. Where the hell have you been? We're going to be late.
For what?
Dinner.
I didn't know we were going out to dinner.
We're not.
So how can I be late?
The chicken will be dry. It probably already is.
Is that the worst thing? I'll put some gravy on it.
Oh, well, that's your answer to everything, isn't it? Put some gravy on it. Hide the chicken, just like you hide behind that ridiculous costume.
It's part of my job to wear a costume. I'm a clown.
I'm glad you said it.
Please, Delia, I'm tired. Let's just eat.
Fine. Exit Delia, lights down, scene. Later that evening, Harold is looking for his clown costume. Delia is reading and annoyed that he's flitting around. What the hell are you doing?
I think I left my clown costume at Dr. Sand's office.
Well, don't worry about it. He has no use for it. He has a real job.
I'll call him. I need to have it by tomorrow afternoon.
Don't you have 2 of those heinous outfits?
They're not outfits, Delia. They're costumes. Yes, I have another one. It's at the dry cleaners.
I don't understand. If you're going to be a clown, why not change it up a bit? Why are both costumes pink and lavender? Those are girls' colors that a girl should wear. You're not hiding something, Harold, are you? A little fairy dust, maybe?
What do you mean by that?
Oh. I mean that your silly clown costume looks like it was either bought for a girl or was meant for a girl. How about red, white, and blue? You'll still look like a fool, but it'll be a little more patriotic. And white patent leather shoes? Who are you? Pat Boone? Oh, as in Patricia?
Those colors, pink and lavender, I'm not sure why I picked those colors. They just seem to me to look like colors children would like to see. Soft and pleasing to the eye.
Pleasing to the eye? There is nothing pleasing to the eye about you, Harold. In fact, even your voice is irritating, like you're apologizing for living, which you probably should be. Now, for Christ's sake, call your shrink, call the Missing Costumes Bureau, call the police, call an ambulance. Just get out of my sight.
Why don't you leave me, Delia? You can get a job and you won't have to look at me or hear me ever again.
Get a job? I'm not getting a job, and I'm not going anywhere. This is my house, Harold. I
paid for this house, Delia.
So what? You didn't pay for it with clown money. You quit your job, and now we have to live like paupers.
We're hardly paupers, Delia. Our lifestyle hasn't changed. We live within our means. Is there something you want that you don't already have?
Yes, children. I wanted children, you goddamn faggot.
Yes, I know. My dear Delia, how do you know it's my fault? Was my fault. We haven't had anything to do with each other for years, and I couldn't even get past the smell.
Are you suggesting that I am barren? It's not my fault, was my fault. The doctor said I was just fine, and I might have a few good years left.
We're too old now, and I'm tired. I'll leave you to your book. Good night.
I am not leaving. You owe me. If you can't give me a baby, you could at least give me...
Good night, Delia.
Scene. Harold and Delia are in their living room, and Delia is knitting a scarf. Harold is holding a handkerchief.
Delia, I found your handkerchief in my drawer.
But that's not mine. I don't have any handkerchiefs.
I'm pretty sure it's not mine.
But you're not 100% sure, are you?
I was looking for the mate to one of my socks, and I found this.
Oh.
Delia, do you wear perfume that smells like tuberoses?
What the hell are tuberoses? What? Why, are you looking to buy me perfume?
No, I'd be happy to pay you if you just paired off my socks.
Well, then do your own damn laundry.
And are you sure this isn't your handkerchief? Can you smell it? Maybe you'll recognize it by the smell.
No, I don't want to smell any goddamn handkerchief. What the hell are you doing? For the last time, it's not mine. It stinks. I wouldn't be caught dead in that smell.
But that's what you smell like.
Well, you better get your nose fixed or put a big red ball on it. I use Passion by Elizabeth Taylor. Ironic, isn't it?
Passion? I never smelled passion. Well, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. You know, come to think of it, your mother smells like that.
My mother?
Yeah, maybe she left it here or something.
But what would it be doing in my drawer?
How the hell should I know?
Maybe you washed it and you put it in my drawer by mistake.
Look, Harold, I did not wash the hanky. I did not put it in your sock drawer. If it was washed, do you think it would still stink like that?
It's no big deal. I was just curious.
Sounds like a big deal to me. Oh, who cares? Next time you see your darling mother, give it back to her. Case closed. You know, Harold, this is starting to look like a scene from Othello. The handkerchief. Maybe you secretly want to strangle me.
It's not a secret.
What did you say?
I said good night, Delia.
Maybe it's yours after all. Look at the colors. Pink and purple. Your signature colors. You make me sick.
Good night, Delia.
And scene. Harold is alone in his house, and he takes a handkerchief from his pocket, looks at it, as he makes a cell phone call to his mother.
Hello, Mom. How are you? Dad doing okay? Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, that must have been fun. Mom, I want to ask you, did you leave a handkerchief at my house? Well, it's kind of lavender with pink flowers. A lady's handkerchief. No, it's not Delia's. Yes, that's right. Purplish with pink. Martina's? No, I don't know how it got in my sock drawer. You think it might have been hers? Okay, I'll give it to you when I see you. Maybe it was hers and it got lost. This weekend? No, I don't think so, Mom. I have a couple of parties and Delia isn't feeling so well. Yes, I know she was sick last month too. I gotta run. Hi to Dad. Mom, was wondering, if you wear perfume that smells like tube roses? Yes, that's because that's what the hanky smells like. Oh, when you were younger, I see.
Lights down. Scene. After an intense session with Dr. Sanders, and after Harold has stayed in a hotel for a few days, he returns home. He's carrying a small flask of booze, and he is drunk. So, you decided to come back?
Believe me, baby, it's not my choice. Living at a hotel gets expensive.
At least what you could have done was brought a maid back with you.
Housework suits you, Delia. It gives you the illusion of humility. But, of course, everyone knows you're at CUN.
How dare you? What did you call me?
Oh,
How dare you use that word?
Calm down. You obviously know what the word means. You even had to spell it, or you wouldn't be pretending to be so insulted, huh?
Look at you, a clown, and a drunk clown. Are you aiming for the bottom? Well, Ruffles, you just might have hit it. Rock bottom. Go back to your hotel.
Why, Delia, darling, are you trying to tell me you don't want me here?
No, I don't want you here. I'm no hypocrite. Your money pays the bills. That's why you're still allowed to live here. Otherwise, you're useless as a man, as a human.
Don't push me, Delia. Don't push me. I've had a rough day.
Oh, pardon me. My day at the spa was, with all that pampering, wore me out.
Let me see your tits.
What? What? Are you insane?
I just want to see your tits. What's wrong with that? I want to see if I remember what they look like. And after all, you said I pay the bills, so I guess I'm entitled to see your tits if I want to. You know? King, clown of the castle. Ruffles in charge.
You're a pig.
That might be more the truth than you realize. So let's see them.
Oh, no. Harold staggers to her and he takes Delia's hands away from her chest. Delia is mortified, but he stands still. Harold peeks at her breast, grunts, turns, and walks away. Delia, you're disgusting. I have never seen anything so disgusting in my entire life.
That makes two of us.
What do you mean? What are you implying?
Delia, I'm not implying anything. Your tits are ugly, and they smell. Yeah, but that was fun. It's not her fault, and you know it. He puts his head in his hands. Hello, Mother? Yes, Mother. That's right. Mother, I stayed at a hotel. I needed a break. So what? Delia told you? Yes. Yeah, she's a sweetheart, isn't she? What? Nothing. I'm fine. I'm just going through my pink and lavender phase. Nothing, Mother. It means nothing. Did you just call to say hello? Yes, I'm okay. Thanks. Bye. Bitch.
Scene. Harold is standing in a contemplative mood. He's sipping a scotch. He is sober. He has just returned from a breakthrough session with Sanders, Dr. Sanders, where he learned some very dark secrets from his childhood, and he's still processing it. Well, I hope you're not drunk, because if you are, you can get the hell out of here now.
I'm not drunk, Delia.
Well, what's going on? Why are you home with a drink in your hand?
Delia, I need to talk to you.
Oh, yeah? What about? Don't think I'm going to stand for your disgusting behavior again. And don't even...
Sit down, Delia, please.
I'm sitting.
I'm leaving. But before I go, I want to tell you something you're entitled to know a long time ago. And let me speak. Just let me speak. This is not easy, but it's the last time I will speak to you. Delia, when I was 21 years old, I had a vasectomy. I did it because I never wanted to have children. I did not want to bring another Harold into the world, and more than that, another Sandra or Scott.
Well, I can understand.
No, Delia, you can never understand. Never. There's no way for me to make it up to you. I don't love you, and I never have. But I do believe that you deserve better than living with me in my lie. You're a cold and bitter woman, and I'm probably to blame. Maybe if you married someone else, had those kids, I don't know. I just don't know. I could say I'm sorry, but that would be empty. I'm not sorry. I just did what I thought was best for me.
You selfish prick.
And you can call me anything you like. Say anything. Get it all out. I don't care. I won't answer any questions. I won't say any more about it. The only thing that matters now is that you find your own life. I'm going out there to find mine. The lawyers can settle the rest.
Well, don't forget your uniform, Ruffles.
Burn it.
And scene. So, how was that? Fun?
It's exhausting being a clown.
It's exhausting being a clown with all that baggage, right?
A drunk clown on top of it.
A drunk clown. Well, as you can imagine, Harold, a.k.a. Ruffles, has some things that he had to sort out with the psychiatrist, but not for this reading. Harold finds out about his sister was killed by a drunk driver, and his mom, unfortunately, was abusive to him, and so these are the things that he has to sort out. But of course, he isn't a drunk. He enjoys the children's parties, and the reason he does is because he's always searching for his little sister.
Sure.
Somewhere in their faces.
It's kind of a sad story, and you're right. You know, clowns generally either they're really creepy or weird, but the people behind the mask are there for a reason.
Right. Like we grew up with Emmett Kelly.
Yeah.
And there was no sadder clown than Emmett Kelly,
Oh,
right?
you're not kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really good. And did you feel anything when you were reading the scenes?
Yeah.
I mean, did you?
Got into the Ruffles thing.
Did you
for sure.
like me? Really like me?
Yeah, really.
No,
Yeah,
but-
and I thought the stage direction's great. I mean, you
Yeah.
laid it out beautifully. The lines, flow pretty. The narrative runs well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it
that's-
runs really,
that's
really good.
Because
Yeah.
when you read it, of course, I'm listening to it all the time, and uh, most of the time people say that writers should direct their own work, and that's really not true, because sometimes a director brings out better things in your writing, which
Yeah.
I have found with some of my plays. But I remember Carolyn pointed out the other day when we had a read-through that what I was reading, I believed in. I believed, and I responded that I read it that way because that's how I hear it in my head.
Yes. Yeah.
But a director might say, no, you get rid of that line. Let's do this, let's do that. And it enriches the play most of the time.
Well, that's always the conflict between the writer and the director in any event.
Yes.
It's a whole different interpretation of what
Yes.
one line means. You can say
Right.
it's a beautiful day in 30 different ways.
That's right. I mean, ask Arthur Miller and Elia Kazan. I mean, oh my God, heaven on earth, right?
There you go.
So
Yeah.
that's great. So we're gonna close. We're gonna close now. I just would like to thank you again. We're gonna see you again. More songs, more recitals, more. Now we're gonna get into the groove of play reading. We're in the fall. We're gonna do another show, around Christmas time, and that's where we began.
Ah,
We began
yes.
on December 19th in the Christmas holidays.
Yep.
So we're really moving along, aren't we? Isn't it great?
It is great, and it's great fun to do.
I would just like to, first of all, thank Jimmy. Love to Carolyn. She's in the wings over there. And coming soon to Notes and Notions from the Writing Desk, we're going to be visiting a genuine film library and studio, a theater, a beautiful theater. A very good friend of mine, Len Buonanducci, he built this many years ago. He has some fabulous stuff. So look for that show. That's coming soon. And of course, I look forward to sharing time with all my guests and on Notes and Notions. And here we go. Let's take note that the notion of love is universal. Let your love light shine from within you and touch everyone you meet. So till next time, ciao.
Great fun. Thanks for having me on.
Let's take a chance on a more. Isn't that what love is for? Take a bench on the Seine, and we'll speak French in our own special way. We'll say merci and s'il vous plaît. Would you come with me to France? Would you go with me to Rome? As Signor and Signore,